Good morning, sixth graders. This is Mrs. Gass. I understand that you were all very well behaved yesterday, and today we're going to take a look at checking your map. If you haven't completed your map, you may do so as you check it with me. Be sure you label it with the correct capitalization. So, why don't we begin by labeling the bodies of water? First, you had the Atlantic Ocean. Then you had the Gulf of Aden. And if you go across the continent of Africa, you will see the Gulf of Aden. From the Gulf of Aden, we'll travel to the Gulf of Guinea. The Gulf of Guinea again is back across the continent, and it is in the Atlantic Ocean area. The Indian Ocean lies on the east side of Africa. Here is your Indian Ocean. The Mediterranean Sea borders Africa on the north. Here is your Mediterranean Sea. The Mozambique Channel lies on the east side of Africa between Madagascar and Africa. This is the Mozambique Channel. The Red Sea lies on the northeast side of Africa and borders Africa and Asia. Finally, we have the Strait of Gibraltar. Have you found the Strait of Gibraltar? The Strait of Gibraltar is located right here between the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. Now, that should take care of the bodies of water. Now let's take a look at your rivers. First you have the Blue Nile. You also had the White Nile. And you have the Nile River. Next you had the Niger River. Here's the Niger River. You had the Zambezi River. The Senegal River, and that's over here. The Orange River. And the Congo River, which is right here. And I believe that takes care of all of the rivers. Then you had the lakes. Lake Chad lies right in the middle of Africa. Next you had Lake Nasser, Lake Nyasas, it's here. Lake Tanganyika is here. And finally you had Lake Victoria. This is the largest lake in Africa. You had 3 mountain ranges that you needed to label, actually 2 mountain ranges. The Atlas Mountains, the Auger Mountains, and you had the tallest mountain here in Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro, located at 19,341 feet. Other major landforms: Ethiopian Plateau, the Great Rift Valley, right through this region right here, marked and outlined in the red here, Great Rift Valley. The Horn of Africa juts out here, separates the Gulf of Aden from the Indian Ocean. You had the Kalahari Desert. That's in the southern portion of Africa. You had the Namib Desert right here on the coast. The Libyan Desert. The Sahara Desert. And south of the Sahara lies the Sahel. Islands that you were to label: the Canary Islands on the northwest coast of Africa, Comoros down on the southeast portion, Comoros, and this large island here is Madagascar. Now that's taken care of labeling your maps. Have you answered the 5 questions at the bottom of page 23? If you have not, use your labeled map and answer the questions on page 23.